Good evening. Welcome to Christmas. And I do mean that in every sense of the word. You see, our little town here is named Christmas. No one knows for sure, but we assume our founders chose that name because they wanted a place where it felt like Christmas all year long. And it truly does. It is small, though. Fact is, everybody knows everything about everybody. Everyone knows whose check is good and whose husband isn't. Everybody knows what everyone else is up to, but they take the paper just to see who got caught at it. Of course, sometimes we do get a little bit of the big city badness from around us, and it does come to taint our pleasant water at times. And, to be honest, sometimes things aren't perfect, even in Christmas, because of our own fallen condition. Oh, we try. Good schools, good churches, good parents. But sometimes we just have to learn things the hard way. In fact, right now I'm reminded of a story that Jesus told one time. It was about a father who had two sons. One day, one of them decided he just didn't belong anymore. And so I'll tell you what. Maybe it would be better if I just let the Stewart family tell you the story. They live here in Christmas. Miles and Helen have retired now, but they spend every Christmas with their son Rob and his family. Oh, they are a typical busy family. In fact, like I said, let's let them tell you their story. To begin, let's go back about 10 years ago and let them introduce themselves.
Tarnation, Helen! What'd you do that for? I had visions of sugar plums dancing in my head.
Sugar plums my foot. You were dreaming about that big fat turkey and sweet potato casserole Angela is working on in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, even so. You shouldn't have woken up an old man by hitting him in the face with a pillow. I almost had a heart attack.
Well, stay awake then. Marvin and Naomi will be here in a minute, and I don't want to have to wipe the drool off your face.
I sure hope he ain't passing out more of his awful homemade peanut butter of his. Bleh.
Now, Miles, you know he puts his heart and soul into making that peanut butter every year, and he means well, so be nice.
Yeah, well, it smells like he put some of his old socks in it. In fact, it smells like something you would use to cock a toilet with.
Oh, hush. Naomi is your sister. Act like you care. After all, Rob will do just like he does every year. He'll wait 1 week and then donate it to the homeless mission.
Yeah, well, even they have standards. I feel guilty every time I drive by there.
Oh, my precious periwinkle. Come show Grandma Helen what you have.
It's just a drawing.
Wow, what beautiful colors. You have a wonderful imagination. Grandpa, look at this picture Perry drew.
Oh, yeah. It's your nice boat, Cupcake.
You have it upside down, Grandpa. That's a rainbow.
Oh, yeah. I never seen a sky that color before. And come to think of it, I never seen a lake that color before either. And quite frankly, I've never seen a rainbow all different shades of blue.
Oh, you big aloof. You have no artistic appreciation. Perry, I think it's gorgeous.
Thanks, Grandma. Do you think Daddy will like it?
I know he will, sweetheart.
Perry, Ashley, come in here. Your dad will be back from the store in a minute, and Uncle Marvin and Aunt Naomi will be here soon.
Yuck. Toilet cock.
I'm here already, Mommy.
Oh, sorry, Angel. I didn't see you there. Hey, put your drawing stuff away, and for heaven's sake, take off that tacky sweater and put on the Christmas dress I laid out for you. Don't you want to look pretty in my Christmas pictures?
But, Mommy, this
Now,
is...
honey, just do as I say.
Well, did you see
Not now, baby. Company's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Princess Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, you look radiant.
Thank you, thank you.
You do look lovely, sweetheart.
You may all bow now.
Hey everyone. Boy, the temperature sure has dropped out there tonight. Gonna be a cold one. Well, Ashley, I believe this is everything on your list.
Dad, aren't you gonna bow?
Huh? Oh, of course. You look lovely, Your Majesty.
Daddy, look at my new drawing.
Oh my, what a lovely waterfall. I don't think the sky's that color though.
No, Dad, it's a rainbow.
Perry, please go change into your Christmas dress.
Open up in the name of the law.
Well, for goodness sake.
Well, I did work as a department store detective one time anyways.
Heavens, Uncle Marvin, you scared me half to death.
I sure hope our outfit matches the selection picture this year, dear.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be just fine, Aunt Naomi.
I picked this one out because it reminded me of that one movie, you know, Jesse Lee Carter, with Christmas with the Carters.
No, dear. I believe it's Jamie Earl Carter. Well, what am I thinking? I should know better than arguing with the greatest memory in the world.
You two idiots. Even I know it's Jamie Lee Curtis in Christmas with the Cranks.
Bless your heart, big brother. I'm going to lose my memory, too.
Say, Marvin, what's in the box? No jar of peanut butter this year?
Of a matter of fact, it's not a jar of peanut butter.
What?
What?
Nope. Don't think I haven't noticed that every time I give you all your peanut butter, within a month it's gone. So, problem solved. This year, instead of just a jar of peanut butter, I made each of you a whole case. Rest of them still out in the car. Oh, yeah. Now you'll all have enough peanut butter to last you all the whole year.
Boy, we'll never be able to show our faces at the homeless mission again.
Shh.
Well, now I guess you know a little bit more about the Stewart family. Sort of interesting, aren't they? Especially that Uncle Marvin. Yep, he sure does love his peanut butter. It's just a shame that no one else does. Anyway, I wanted to take you back in time so you could get to know them a little bit. But for the story I want you to hear, we need to come back nearly to the present. First, we're going to go back to about a year ago. In fact, it was last Christmas. As you will see, there have been a few changes. For instance, well, again, I'll let them tell you the story.
Grandma, are you okay?
Oh, my periwinkle. Yes, dear, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
It's Grandpa, isn't it?
Well, dear, that's part of it, I guess. I do worry about him since he had his stroke. Of course, he can still drive me crazy, the old goat.
Yeah, I worry about him too, Grandma, but I'm really glad you and Grandpa came to live with us, especially after Ashley went off to college. It's not so quiet.
Goodness, I just realized the time. Ashley will probably be home in a minute, won't she?
Unfortunately.
She does have a way of stealing all the attention, doesn't she?
I guess I don't mind. It keeps Mom and Dad from focusing on what a failure I am.
Now, Perry, you're not a failure. Well, you have the most artistic imagination. You have the most wonderful imagination. That painting you did of Grandpa Miles in his old uniform, it just looked just like him.
Yeah, but without better grades and everything else, Mom says I'll have to work my own way through college. Maybe not even go. It's just all so hard for me. I'm trying to add some to my college savings account, but I don't think it's going to be enough without scholarships.
Well, don't worry. Everything will be just fine.
Grandma, is something else bothering you too? I mean, besides worrying about Grandpa?
Well, to be honest, dear, this time of year I always think about my brother Bobby.
Is he the one Daddy's named after?
Yes, dear. Robert Wilson was my brother's name.
Well, Daddy never talks about him, so I guess I don't know much about him. Is that him in the picture frame?
Yes, that's him. He was such a handsome fellow. Your daddy never knew him because, well, he just never met him.
Did he die?
Well, we're not real sure.
Well, tell me what happened.
Well, sure. Bobby Lee and I were very close. Mama used to say we were thicker than thieves. He had a beautiful baritone voice. We used to sing duets in church. Unfortunately, he was talented at a time when boys weren't supposed to be, especially boys who had a daddy like ours. Papa Wilson, he was a farmer, and he needed Bobby's help. When he graduated from high school, he wanted to go to college and major in music, but Daddy wouldn't hear of it.
Oh, that's terrible. Poor guy.
I know. I often thought if he wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer, that Papa might have said okay. But music, he thought it was a waste of time. Finally, after working hard all that summer, one day, Bobby just walked away.
Walked away? What do you mean?
Well, he left a note for me. Told me how sorry he was. He didn't want to hurt Mama and me, and how much he was going to miss us. Later one year, one of the boys came back from a stint in the military, and they thought that he had joined the Army, but we never found out for sure. It always hurts so much to not know what happened to him, especially at Christmas. He loved Christmas so much.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Grandma. I'd wish I'd known him.
Well, in a way you do. Your daddy's just like him, except for the fact he can't carry a tune in a bucket with a 10-foot handle.
Well, Grandma, it's late. I need to get to the bank before they close. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, after all.
You really love your new job, don't you, baby?
Yes, ma'am. I love the bookstore. It's quiet, and it pays well for a first job. Also, thanks again for letting me borrow Grandpa's old car. It was a real help.
Well, I'm just sorry you have to drive around in an old person's car. Not many girls go to school in a lime green 1983 Oldsmobile. I'm sure that black smoke is a real conversation piece. But don't worry, I'm sure when you head off to college next year, your daddy will buy you a nice car just like Ashley's.
Oh, I don't want him to. I like to be independent. I can make my own way. In fact, I wish you'd let me pay for Grandpa's car.
Nonsense. I was going to pay someone to haul it off back when he was in the ICU. I guess since it's still in the family, he still thinks it's his even though he can't drive anymore. I know the other drivers who want to go nearly the speed limit would be thankful. But you run along and be careful. I'm sure that shopping traffic is just terrible.
I will. Well, goodbye, Grandma. I do love you so much.
Oh, goodness, Perry. You act like you're going to be gone forever. You're just going to the bank.
Grandma, I want you to have this. It's sort of like an early Christmas present.
Well, thank you, but don't you want to wait and give it to me Christmas Day?
No, ma'am. I need to give it to you now. Oh, sorry, Grandpa. Almost ran you over.
Oh, it's a fine, sweetheart. I don't move as quite fast as I used to, but I'm getting there.
Well, goodbye, Grandpa. I love you.
Well, there's the annual Christmas bonus. Next in the ornament series called Changing of Company Logos. Isn't that exciting?
Rob, will you come sit down here a minute? Rob, what's Perry's favorite color?
Perry? Gosh, I don't know. She seems to like black a lot.
I agree. She wears a lot of black, but that's not her favorite color. Do you remember this?
No, I can't say that I do.
She drew that 9 years ago. I put the date on the back. And all she cared about was whether or not you would like it. and you sort of dismissed it. You and Angela both. You said you have never seen a sky that color before.
You know, now that you mention it, I sort of do remember it. That is a strange color.
Well, it's called magenta, and it's Perry's favorite. I just thought you should know.
Well, look, magenta isn't even a real color. When people say my favorite color is, they fill it in with something like red, blue, or green, not magenta.
It's magenta, and it is her favorite color. It's a real color. It's in the crayon box. I checked, and even if it isn't, it's still her favorite. You should know this about her.
Well, we just don't have that much in common. When I try to talk to her, she gets irritated and turns up her music, and then I get irritated and I just walk away. I think it's best we'll just leave each other alone.
I don't think she wants to be left alone. I think she desperately wants her daddy, but she doesn't think she has access to you. Do you know that she cries every year when you give away Marvin's peanut butter?
No more peanut butter.
Oh, hush. Go back to sleep.
Why would she do that? She hates that stuff. I made her a sandwich one time and she threw up for 2 days.
She isn't thinking about the peanut butter. She's thinking about Marvin. She loves people, and she hates to see anyone's feelings get hurt. She's the same way about animals. Last year, when you had Buster put to sleep, you didn't even let her say goodbye. She was crushed. You should know that about her, Rob.
Well, what in the world would make her think that she can't talk to me? I'm always available.
You're always busy. I know you have to make a living, but you've got to take time to look into her beautiful blue eyes. She's very talented. I hear her singing when she's getting ready in the morning, and she has a beautiful voice, but she doesn't think you believe in her.
Well, let's face it. Her grades are mediocre. She doesn't do anything to make herself stand out like Ashley does. It's almost like she wants to be invisible.
Look at this. What do you see?
Wow. Did Perry draw this?
Yes, but look at it closely. What do you see?
I see a man and a woman and a girl crossing a suspension bridge in between 2 mountains with a blue sky.
Look down at the bottom of the mountain. What do you see?
I see another little girl trying to climb the mountain.
Perhaps trying to reach the top where her father and mother and sister are. There's so much that you don't know about her. What else do you see?
She's wearing a magenta sweater. I've got to talk to her.
Well, she just left to go to the bank, so you're going to have to wait until she gets back. And I agree, it's important that you do. And Rob, it's never too late.
Rob, did you make a change to Perry's bank account? I got a text this morning saying there was a change.
Yes, I connected her checkings account to her savings. Now that she's working now, she wants to put half of what she makes into a college fund because she knows she won't receive the same scholarships that Ashley will, and she wants to help make up for that.
I don't know. That seems suspicious to me. We should keep an eye on that account. I think I'm going to go check it.
Hi, I'm Benjamin.
Hello, Benjamin. Who are you?
Oh, I'll take Ashley and tell you. Oops. Awkward.
Benjamin, I told you to wait for me while I went back to the car. Hello, everyone. Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Grandma, meet Benjamin. He's my boyfriend.
Hello, Miss Stewart. My, I can certainly see where Ashley gets her amazing beauty. And Mr. Stewart, I find it fascinating that you single-handedly managed a successful engineering firm. I only hope to be as successful as an engineer one day.
Boy, it's certainly getting deep in here.
But, Benjamin, you're majoring in art history.
Well, yeah, for now. But that could certainly change.
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, and I don't run it single-handedly. I have a lot of help.
And Grandma Helen, may I call you that?
Well, that is my name.
I'd love to hug your neck. Ashley has told me so much about you. May I?
Well, of course you can.
And Grandpa Miles.
No, you can't hug me.
Oh, Grandpa, orny as ever, but I still love you.
Oh, good Lord.
I feel like I'm right at home.
Speaking of which, Ashley, you didn't tell us you were bringing company. Have you even considered where Benjamin would be sleeping? You know, since Grandma and Grandpa are here, that you and Perry would be sharing her room.
Yes, he can sleep here on the sofa in the den.
Or I could sleep in the car.
Or what about the room over the garage? Didn't you clean that out to be your new office, Dad?
I was going to, but it was going to cost too much. No heat, no electricity, and no furniture.
That's okay. I can sleep standing up, wrapped in a few blankets.
The doghouse is still out in the backyard.
Nonsense. Rob, don't we still have that rollaway cot? He can just sleep in your office.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll get it out in a bit. It's in the garage.
Thank you, sir. That's very generous of you. No need for chocolates on the pillow, by the way.
Ho, 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 everybody! Merry Christmas! Boy, have we got a surprise for you this year.
You mean there's a peanut butter famine?
Hi, you must be Uncle Marvin.
Well, howdy. Who are you, my long-lost nephew?
Uncle Marvin, Aunt Naomi, this is my boyfriend.
Oh,
Benjamin.
goodness. What a cute couple you two make. You remind me of Vivian Lee and Clark Kent and Gone with the Wind.
Don't you mean Gable?
Oh, that's right. It's Vivian Lee and Clark Kent and Anne and Green Gables, right?
But
Don't even try, Benjamin.
please, let me help you with that. I've heard so much about your delicious peanut butter. I sure hope that's what's in here.
Really? Well, actually it is. And that's the really good news. Naomi, tell them.
I made a whole box of peanut butter bars for appetizers.
Oh, boy. Somebody break out the stomach pump.
Oh boy, I just love peanut butter. What are we doing? Chewing. Well, it's just from mouth.
Hey, I'm not think these things already. Keep eating, boy.
Here, Naomi, I'll just set them right over here. Thank you. We're truly grateful.
Well, I'm gonna go put our stuff in Perry's room for now. Benjamin, bring the suitcases, please.
Listen, son. If you plan to get married, peanut butter's the least of your worries.
Oh, hush, yo goat.
Say, Marvin, I never asked you, but where'd you get your recipe for peanut butter?
Well, have you ever heard of Jif and Skippy and Peter Pan?
Well, of course we have.
Amateurs. They don't have my secret ingredient.
Ah, the dirty socks.
Well, what is the secret ingredient?
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell y'all that. Or then, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah. Well, might as well the peanut butter do that.
For goodness sake, Marvin, no one's going to steal your recipe. It's pickle juice. That's the secret ingredient.
Don't go, Naomi. Now I'm going to have to change my recipe.
No.
Thanks a lot.
Thank goodness for small favors.
Rob, this doesn't make any sense. According to the bank records, when I looked them up online, it says that Perry's bank account is empty.
What? That's obviously a mistake.
Well, I thought so too, so I called the bank. Apparently, Perry went to the bank, transferred all of her money from savings into checkings, and then withdrew all the money from the account. I mean, we're talking thousands.
Oh, Rob, that doesn't sound like Perry. She was so proud of everything she saved.
Mom, Dad, I'm afraid it gets worse. Look at this. I found it on the bed.
What is it, Rob? What does it say?
Mom and Dad, I'm gone. I had to leave, and I'm not coming back. I hated to hurt you, but I just can't live here anymore. Please don't try to find me. I'm not coming back again.
Oh, Rob, I was afraid of something like this.
As you can imagine, the past few months have been very tough for Rob, Angela, and the entire family. Unfortunately, as is often the case, Perry is also suffering. If you will remember from the story of the prodigal son, the son who left lived a life of excess for a while, but that inevitably came to an end. Tragically, we don't often realize what we have given up until what replaced it is also gone. That brings us to about 3 months ago. Let's see what is going on in Perry's new life.
Lily, get off the phone, please. Maxine, stop playing, please. And for goodness sake, Muggsy, wake up. It is 2 in the afternoon.
Well, Maurice, I have to go. I guess it's pretty late there anyways. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Hey, girl. Did you bring the pizza? I'm starved.
Yeah, me too. Long time since breakfast. By the way, Pear Bear, you have to go pick up some milk and cereal. I practically eliminated the Lucky Charms and Captain Crunch. By the way, those two don't go good together.
What's up, Pear? You look stressed or something.
Guys, I'm sorry. I guess I am stressed. It's just, well, things aren't going so well right now.
No worries, mate. Let's just hop in the Paramobile and head to the party. We can stop for pizza on the way.
No, that's not it. I can't take us anywhere. The Paramobile is no more.
Oh no, you didn't have a wreck, did you? How will we get to the party at the Wicked Wild Weasel tonight? We just have to go. I spent all morning doing my hair.
No, that's not it. Guys, listen. I was thinking that maybe you guys, or a couple of you, could get a job to maybe help out with the bills and stuff.
Dang, Pear Bear, you guys go in there for a minute.
Yeah, we almost took you seriously.
Oh, you are being serious, aren't you? What do you mean? We should go to work? That's part of our dream, remember? We don't work for the man. We have the life everyone dreams of. We have everything we want. Everything is cool.
Yeah, Pear Bear. We have everything we need. We've never needed money.
At least for the past 9 months, anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it was my money. You guys haven't contributed a thing. I thought that was part of the deal, all for one and one for all. And stop calling me Pear Bear.
Yeah, but you had money. We didn't. See, that's my toaster over there, sister.
Yeah, and that's my video game.
Well,
I come from a poor family.
look, I had to sell the car.
What?
Why?
Because the money's gone, all of it. And I had to pay this telephone bill today, over $500.
Is that a lot?
Yes, Maxine is. Lily, there's all your calls to Paris. And Muggsy, why have you been making long distance calls? To Ukraine.
Oh, yeah. So I met this dude online, Matthew. We're going to move in together as soon as he raised enough money to move here.
Oh, brilliant. And how are you going to support him, Einstein?
Well, I suppose he will support me. At least he doesn't need very much. He's very poor.
Look, I can't do this anymore. It took everything I got for the car to pay this bill. I don't even have money for it this month. Now I'm going out to try to find a job, right in the middle of recession, no less. I suggest you all do the same. Come on, guys, we can do this. All for one and one for all, right?
Don't be a fool, Perry. Money is everything. Now you're nothing. Guys, I heard Bobby Joe just won a lottery or something. We better leave now. It's a long walk.
Sorry, Pear Bear. Nothing personal.
Hey, Pear. Sorry about your favorite CD.
What about my CD?
Well, I didn't realize that something was already in the player, so I scratched it trying to jam it in, but it only messed up Desperado. See ya.
All the parties and who knows what else was never fulfilling, never satisfying, and now she knows why, because it was never real. After all, is anything truly real except love? Well, now about 3 months have gone by. It's Christmas in Christmas. Perry has lost everything and now finds herself in that one place that never turns away anyone. Can she find love there? Who knows? One day, the homeless shelter director found her. Well, there I go again. Why don't we let them tell you the story?
Perry, sweetie, are you okay? You look like you just saw a ghost in there.
No, no, I'm fine, Abigail. It's just that after an hour serving fish stew, I feel like I'm gonna throw up in it.
Well, I can certainly understand that. It is pretty stinky stuff, but it's got to be better than what I caught you eating out of these garbage cans the first day we met, remember? And after all, beggars can't be choosers, literally.
How do you keep your sense of humor, Abigail? All day, every day, you're around homeless, washed-up people like me. How do you keep so normal?
Oh, child, it isn't easy. And I couldn't do it at all if it weren't for my best friend. He's my continual encourager.
I didn't know you. I mean, I've never met your friend. Does he work here?
Oh, yes, dear. He's with me all the time. I pray to him every chance I get. He sustains me.
Oh, you're talking about Jesus, aren't you? I thought you meant someone real, like a real friend.
Oh, child, they don't get any more real than him. Do you remember your so-called friends you told me about? The ones who abandoned you and then later tried to use you to get out of trouble with the police? Well, Jesus has never abandoned or forsaken me, and he never will.
You know, I grew up around all that, but now, no. If Jesus was real, I want to be all alone at Christmas time.
You're not alone. You've got me. Not much, I know, but I'm very proud to call you my friend. And there's others around here, too. Right, Bungle? Don't you blow that horn at me. And if you want some peanut butter pie, you better get in there and finish your shift. Those dishes aren't going to wash themselves. You know the rule. Everyone does his or her fair share. Oh, Bungle. I don't know why we keep putting up with you. You're hopeless. Well, Perry, it's going to be a cold one. Get a little fresh air and you'll feel better.
Thanks, Abigail. You're a good friend.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'd like for you to have this. A couple of years ago, when my husband passed away, a close friend of mine gave that to me to help me remember what's really important. I'd like for you to have it. And remember, Perry, there is always hope, and he does still perform miracles.
Is she gone?
Who, Abigail? Yeah.
Whew, good. She's like a warden, but worse.
Oh, Bungle, why do you give her such a hard time? She does so much for all of us, and you know she cares about you.
Whatever. I just hate washing them dishes. And that peanut butter pie definitely ain't worth it.
Well, I'll trade you tonight, because if I smell that fish stew again, I think I'll lose it.
No thanks. I'd rather be kicked out.
Bungle, have you ever considered lessons?
That bad, huh? Just because my lips are cold?
No, I don't think so. I heard you play when it was warm, too.
Oh, sure. Hit a homeless man when he's down.
I'm just picking at you. Actually, someone who is artistic and cares enough to stay with it impresses me.
Sounds like the words of an artist.
Once upon a time, I used to draw and paint.
Why did you quit?
Just found other interests.
I see. Like foraging for food in garbage cans.
Yeah, exactly.
A minute ago, you said you grew up that way. What happened?
What do you mean?
I mean, why did you run away?
I never said I ran away. How do you know I'm not an orphan and that my family was murdered by a crazed warlord?
Oh, my mistake. Must have missed the news about the crazed warlord moving to the area.
So, what if I did?
Nothing. Just wondering how all of this could be better than that.
That's because you don't know. You just don't know what it was like.
Maybe I don't. Maybe it's been too long.
Too long? Too long for what?
Too long since I had a family. In fact, I can't remember what's real, what's a dream I made up in my head.
Well, I guess I can be nosy too. What happened to your family?
They're all gone now, little girl, and there's no going back. But for you, maybe it's not too late.
How do you know I don't belong here? Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Did you ever think about that?
Can I read you some? I can read, you know.
Okay, what is it?
In the book of Luke. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falls to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together, and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into the fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And when he had came to himself, he said, How many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and had compassion, and ran, and fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found, and they began to be merry.
You know, I wasn't exactly wealthy.
Wealth is sort of relative, ain't it?
Yeah, I guess I started out that way if you compare it to now.
Yep, a Snicker bar every Friday ain't exactly high living.
At least I haven't tried to eat husk or whatever it was you said.
Well, there's only one thing worse than husk.
What's that, fish soup?
Nah, that lousy peanut butter they serve us all the time, they must get it by the case from somewhere.
I guess so, but I can't go home, Bungle. Not after what I've done.
You know, the boy in the Bible story didn't think he could go home either. In fact, he wanted to ask his father if he could be a servant, but he never got the chance to be a servant again.
You don't know my parents. They probably hate me by now.
How long ago has it been since you had a Christmas with your family?
I left 2 days before Christmas last year.
Little girl, I know a mama and daddy who would love to know that their baby girl is alive. Why don't you go to that pay phone over there and give them a call? Give a chance for them to forgive you and to be forgiven.
I don't have any change.
Here you go. I was a Boy Scout once upon a time.
Delightful young fella you brought home with you last year. Bartholomew or something like that, wasn't it?
You mean Benjamin? Frankly, he was an idiot.
Oh,
It didn't last.
Oh, that's too bad. I really liked him. He ate half my peanut bars, I think.
It's Forrest Gump, Aunt Naomi. And just remember, Jenny kept leaving him because he was an idiot.
Well, that's too bad. I really liked him. Boy, did he like my peanut butter.
And my peanut butter bars, he ate half of them, I think.
Like Ashley said, he was an idiot.
Rob, a penny for your thoughts.
Nothing, Mom. Just reminiscing about Christmases past.
I know, sweetheart. I miss her too.
Well, I think that about does it for the decorations. Mom, do you need some help?
No, everything should be about ready. The turkey will be done in about 15 minutes. Is everyone ready to eat?
Yep.
Oh, please don't answer that. I'm sure it's work. That library project is behind schedule. Just let the machine get it.
Well, hey, Naomi, did you remember to put them peanut butter sandwiches out I made? Everybody's gonna love those.
Yeah? They're right back there. I think everybody will want extra, too.
Oh yeah. I have been this excited since the Bay of the Pigs disaster.
I can tell everybody's excited. Just like on Extreme Makeover when Tyler Perry tells them to move that bus.
Actually, honey, what's wrong?
Dad, I caught the end of the message when the phone rang.
Well, what was it?
It was Perry.
What?
Well, what did she say?
She left a number, but I think it was on caller ID anyway. She said she wants you to call her. if you don't hate her.
Oh, Rob, it's a Christmas miracle.
Yes. Yes, it is, Mom. Could I possibly ask for a little bit of privacy? I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, we should probably get to the dining room anyway. Come on, guys. Please tell her I love her.
Yes, me too.
What are you saying, Ashley?
You could not let her come back here. Not after what she's done. She stole all of that money that you and Mom saved for her college. You saw that article in the paper a few months ago when those kids robbed the convenience store. They told the police that Perry Stewart was a gang leader.
That was later proven false, and you know it. It turned out they hadn't seen her in more than 2 weeks when the robbery occurred. They confessed.
Well, it doesn't matter, Daddy. She's an embarrassment to this family. She's an embarrassment to me. I just know my friends are talking about me behind my back. All my life, I've done all I can to make you and Mom proud of me. I've worked hard, studied hard, and done all I can to bring honor to this family. Perry, on the other hand, has been nothing but a troublemaker. And now that all her money's gone, oh sure, she wants to come back?
First off, we don't know that she does want to come back. And even if she does, how can we turn our backs on her? She's family.
Well, what am I?
Oh, Ashley, you have been and always will be my firstborn daughter. And I love you and I'm proud of you. But this is your sister who was lost, and now has been found. And my love for each of you isn't based on what you do, but who you are. And even though it took me a while to realize that, I love Perry for exactly who she is. And right now, I just want her back home with us. Do you understand that?
Okay, Dad. I trust you. Just be careful.
You know, if you keep chewing those nails, you're going to get them little worms in your intestines.
Oh, Bungle, you sound just like my dad and my grandma. Gosh. Bungle, what do I do?
I'll start by answering the phone.
You're right, good idea. Hello?
Perry?
Dad?
Oh, Perry, it's so good to hear your voice.
You too, are you okay?
Yes, now I am.
How's Grandma, Grandpa, Mama, and Ashley?
They're all fine. They're all here. It's Christmas here.
Yeah, it's Christmas here too. Uncle Marvin ain't know me there?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Did Uncle Marvin?
Yep, a whole case. He even supplied several jars of pickle jelly to go with his peanut butter. He even made sandwiches.
Oh, joy, what I would give. Dad,
Yes?
I want to come home.
Oh, Perry, just tell me where you are, and I'll come get you right now.
I'm at the Mission on Elm Street. I'll be in the alley beside it, waiting for you.
You mean to tell me this whole time you've been this close to home and I didn't even know it? I'll be there in a few minutes.
You're right, Bungle. It was so good to hear his voice. Is this how you deal with things, Bungle? Talk to me. This is the greatest day of my life.
I'm happy for you, little girl. You deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to miss any more Christmases without your family.
Bungle, how many Christmases have you missed?
What do you mean?
I mean, how long has it been since you had Christmas with the real family?
Too many years to even remember. Little girl. Now, you better run in there and get your things. You don't want to leave anything behind.
That's right. Dad will be here in a few minutes. I need to go grab my bag.
Lord, I don't know what kind of Christmas miracle I've just witnessed, but I'm sure glad you let me be a part of it. That little girl has an awful lot of weight on her shoulders. I wish I could take it away, but this time, I think she has you. And you know what? There's a part of me who wishes I could go back home too. But I guess some Christmas miracles is even too big, just even for you.
Okay, Bungle, that's one good thing about being homeless. Packing is sure easy.
Perry, are you there?
Dad?
Oh my, Perry. It's so good to see you.
Aw. Dad, I know I don't deserve to be your daughter, but I don't want to eat husk or fish soup any longer. If you'll get me a job as a maid in your office and let me live in the room over the garage, I will pay you rent. That's all I could ever ask for. And I'll pay Grandma and Grandpa back for the car money, and you and Mama back for the college money. Every penny.
Oh, Perry, you're my daughter today just as much as you ever were. Maybe even more. Here, open this.
Aw, it's beautiful.
I picked it out a long time ago. It's your favorite color, magenta.
Yes, it certainly is. Oh, Dad, I want you to meet my friend, Bungle.
Well, hi, Bungle.
Dad, he's the reason I called. If it hadn't been for his encouragement and a story he read me, I wouldn't have the courage to call.
Well, then I do owe you a lot, my friend.
It's been a lot of years since he had Christmas with a real family. Can he?
Of course he can. Bungle, get your things. You're coming to our house for Christmas.
You mean it?
I sure do.
So, no more donated chicken or fish soup for Christmas dinner.
Nope, real turkey and all the fixings and all the dressings.
And no more smelling peanut butter for dessert?
Well, I can't promise that.
Well, alrighty then. I'm all packed and ready to go.
Being homeless does have its advantages.
They getting here. My belly button just shook hands with my backbone.
Miles, just be patient.
Well, all that food there is getting cold. I mean, I miss Perry too, but I'll be a lot more pleasant with some turkey in me.
A lot more sleepy, anyway.
How are you feeling these days, Grandpa? I'm so worried about you.
Well, not be able to get around as much has caused me to lose my girlish figure.
Well, I'll tell you, Miles. When Angela called and told me that you had that stroke, I was afraid that you was going to end up with like a wheelchair. Just like Jack Nicholson did in that movie, you know, one that flew over the eagle's nest when he had that tubal phlebotomy.
Yeah, I did. I remember you saying that same thing, except, wasn't it a cuckoo's nest?
There is so many things wrong with their statement that I don't even know where to start. We'll just go with cuckoo.
All right, guys. Everything's in the oven staying warm. Rob texted me. They're on their way. They'll probably be here any minute. You know, I'm so nervous, and I don't know why.
Well, it's only natural, Angela. Just like when Tom Hanks met Meg Ryan on the Empire State Building. You know, Sleepless in Seattle.
What?
Did she just get that one right?
Or was it Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 2?
Whew. I was getting worried there for a minute.
Okay, guys, they're here. Don't panic. Stay calm. Everyone stay calm. Just relax. Just relax. Yeah.
If
Calm.
she relaxes anymore, we're going to have to show of some of Marvin's peanut butter sandwiches to her mouth.
Oh, Perry, I've missed you so much. It's so good to have you home.
Welcome home, Perry.
Welcome home, baby.
Oh, I'm so happy. I feel like Mary Poppins and Choo Choo
Well, I'm just glad you got home to try my new recipe. I know it's been about a whole year since you've had a decent peanut butter sandwich. We're going to take care of that tonight.
Oh, Uncle Marvin, remember, I've been at the homeless shelter for the past 3 months.
So, what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, no, you're right. It's just been a long time.
Well, don't you worry. You'll have plenty. I'm sure somebody will let you have their peanut butter sandwich.
I'll volunteer.
Dad, where's Bungle? He didn't come in with us.
Who?
I thought he was right behind me when we came in. Bungle, come on in. I want you to meet everyone.
Where is he?
He was still in the car. I guess he feels a little uncomfortable. Everyone, we have a little surprise for you. This man Bungle, he lives down at the mission. He's the one who talked Perry into calling us. So, we invited him to spend Christmas with us.
Oh, good.
Oh my, this reminds me of that ball player. The blind man.
You know, I never did figure out who the blind guy was in that movie.
Everyone, meet Bungle.
Bungle. That's sort of an interesting name, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of like a dog's name.
Well, my dad gave it when I was younger, just 'cause I'm always messing things up.
Well, I guess that was kind of rude of me. I never did ask you your real name.
It's been so long since I almost forgot it. My real name is Robert. Robert Wilson.
What? Grandma? Bobby?
Yeah, that's another nickname, but nobody ever called me that but my little sister.
Bobby Lee!
Helen?
Oh my gosh.
After all these years.
They gonna sing a song? Well, what is it, Moss?
I don't know. Bert.